So, as a content creator, you may be thinking, what should I post? And that question is pretty interesting because we have endless amount of things to post. We sit in front of clients all the time. We're in meetings with our team or with prospects, where we are actively working on our business and in our business, which is absolutely content that we can be posting. And so today I want to actually show you a system that actually gives me ideas from all the activity that's going on from my calls and from the work that I'm doing with my team or just individually on my own. So let's go check this out. So I'm in the week and basically I have a meeting. I go through the whole meeting, have the complete agenda, have action items, it's recorded and all of those things. I created the task, I finished the task and everything. But then when it's time for me to sit down and actually create content, I run blank. It's like sitting in front of a blank page and I don't know where to go. Well, I don't want that to be happening. What I want is to be sitting in front of a list of content of ideas that have come up from my actual work. So I'm going to show you actually how I do that. So I use Notion, which is a really cool platform. And this platform actually has AI agents in it. And so what I have my AI agent do is it actually goes and looks at all of my work. So I will give it this prompt. Let's go get the prompt really quickly. I say, go, hey, Willow. And then I will say, look at my activities and things I did this week. Help me come up with some content ideas for LinkedIn or for YouTube, right? So then once I do that, I can enter that in and it starts to think. So here it has actually come up and is looked at this week. It looked at January 27th through February 3rd. And it says, here's all the things that you've done. You've onboarded some clients. You've sent some monthly momentum recaps. You've built some custom prospect trackers, forms, and you've prepped for a Stripe payment tracker, which is really cool. Basically, when a payment drops, it actually goes into my financial tracker. So now I don't have to manually do that anymore. And then it gives me a report, a financial report. So that's really cool. It tells me all the things, the meetings I've had and stuff like that. And then here is it's going by pillars. So I did a really good content pillar worksheet, and I actually placed it in my system of what came up. So it knows automatically what pillars or what type of topics I'm going to be writing in for my agent, for my platforms, right? So one of the pillars is uh, energy awareness operations. So it understands that. And so it gives me content under that. So it says your calendar isn't busy, it's bleeding. This week, I set up 4 booking links, not because I needed more meetings, but because I needed boundaries. Perfect, right? This is definitely something I would like say or do. Another thing is that um, YouTube video ideas. So I built a client health monitor in 90 minutes, monthly momentum recap system. So basically, I have a Notion membership. Um, this is a good time to plug that on in here. So let me go ahead and plug it on in here. So I have a Notion monthly membership. And basically, what happens here is that you get access to all of my builds, right? Get all of the templates, but not only that, you get to come and co-work with me. You get office hours. If you get this tier, you get a one-on-one with me. And this is something that you can cancel at any time. And so in this membership, I understand that people are just getting templates, but they don't understand like how to really support themselves. So I wanted to make sure that I kind of set people up and not at like a huge expensive rate either, something that is reasonable. So if you are looking for some type of support to back you as you're building in Notion, feel free to pick from one of these tiers. It's actually on my website. I'll put the link below so where you can sign up And then once you sign up, you get an onboarding call with me, and I'll show you the membership hub that we have, which is really cool that everyone gets dropped into so you can get access to all of these free things. So, moving forward with that, each one of my members gets a monthly momentum recap. And so that monthly recap actually is really dope because it shows you what happened throughout this month that you were with me. What did we work on? What did we talk about? And then some things you may want to focus on for the next week. Well, this will be great content to show that you can actually build a membership and build where it can grab the reports from all the things I've been tracking, because every client that I get gets a little profile, and I put my interactions that I'm having with them, and I put all my calls and the transcripts for those calls in Notion. So it knows exactly what I'm doing with my people. And so when it does this monthly report for me to review, to send out to them, it's automatic for me. It knows exactly what's going on. Right. So that would be a great video to actually do, and boom, now I have all these different pillars. But what's cool about this one is that this falls under pillar number 2, executive infrastructure, right? We have pillar 3, pillar 4. So this is really cool. Now, if I wanted to, I can say, add all this content to my content tracker, and it will throw this content into my ideas. So let's just do that. Add all of this content to my content tracker and label it as idea. Thank you for your help, right? Because if the robots do come back, I want them to know that I was being polite. All right. So, boom. Now we've done that, right? So now it's going to think, it's going to throw it in my content tracker, and I could pick from one of these right now and start recording. So this speeds up the thought process that you have to do when it comes to creating ideas. This is part 1 of this, because this actually is just asking it to look at your workspace. But of course, you want to make sure that it's looking at certain types of things, or you want to actually categorize what it's saying or the output it's giving you, right? But as far as getting ideas and knowing exactly where you're going, that's great. But if you wanted to build out the content for you, that's going to be a little bit different, because you're going to want to structure it a little bit different, right? There's certain content structures you may want. You may want a certain type of hook, or you want certain type of slogans or statements and stuff like that. And this is where you actually go into the instructions of your AI agent, and you break those things down. This is a template that I actually am selling, where you can basically build your AI agent, its personality, its tone of voice, for it to know who you are, and then workspace so it can get access to all of those databases. So the reason why it knew exactly where to place my content is because it already has access to my content tracker. It already has access to my meetings and my projects, right? So from there, it gets all these different types of roles. So these are all the different types of roles. It has a lead follow-up role. It has a weekly planner partner role where it knows when I need to work and stuff like that. It has client onboarding. So when I say, hey, we just closed a client, it knows exactly what to do. So we'll do the same thing and create a role for the different type of content, right? So remember I was telling you that it knew my pillars, and that is because I told it to reference this page, and this page talks about my 5 different pillars, right? My AI agent has a specific role, it helps me, but then it has so many other responsibilities and roles underneath. So if this is something that you are needing support on and that you want to create, feel free to just grab this template. This is a really good template that you can start off on. It has tutorial videos, And then also, if you really want some great support, sign up for the membership. This is a great way to start. You can cancel at any time. You can come and get support from me. I think the best one, if you're trying to build an AI agent with someone, the best one to pick is the Power Up, because you get that one on one with me, right? And it's not crazy expensive. And you get a lot of templates. You get content trackers, you get lead trackers, you get client trackers, you get financial trackers, all these different types of trackers that can help you build on top. And it's all included in this. So you can grab them if you like. So that is the best way that you can get some support. And then also subscribe. So if you subscribe, there's going to be more videos that are going to be coming out. I just said that this is one part of it, of how to build this out. There will be other parts that's going to be coming out that's going to help support kind of build on top of your AI agent. All right. So that is it. I'll see you in the next video.